Officials have confirmed Katie Allen is no longer employed with the Kansas Department of Education. Allen, a research analyst and current USD 383 school board member, has faced backlash after commenting well-deserved on a Facebook post last week about the assassination of political activist Charlie Kirk. She later deleted that post and apologized and said she's received threats through private messages. Republican leaders, including Senate President Ty Masterson and State Senator Brad Starnes, have called for her resignation. Allen, elected to the Manhattan-Ogden School Board in 2023, is a former chair of the Riley County Democrats. The board has added a discussion on member conduct to its Wednesday agenda, likely in response to those remarks. Tension remains between Riley County Police and Aggieville business owners over weekend street closures. A special committee was formed earlier this month to find common ground, but so far no resolution has been reached. The Riley County Law Board members discussed that yesterday at their meeting in Ogden. Law Board member Craig Beardsley said part of the problem is how information is reaching the public.
Public information is a problem because the public, they see these things, they're not seeing the good things. They're not seeing, I'll just say an information outlay that says, hey, you can still go to Aggieville.
Some owners say flashing lights still make the district look like a crime scene. Law Board members questioned yesterday whether a few complaints justify closing Aggieville every weekend. Aggieville Business Association Director Dennis Cook says owners welcome police presence, but they want to keep access open. RCPD Director Brian Pete continues to defend the closures as a response to safety concerns. He cites public perception by some that the district is unsafe.
That's a perception issue, but whether it's valid or not is still perception. And that perception is not something RCPD has done. That's a perception from the outside of that business district.
The board says more discussions are needed to find common ground. Pottawatomie County Appraiser Robin Knobloch announced Monday at their commission meeting that her office has received a perfect compliance score. Knobloch's office received the perfect compliance score from the Kansas Department of Revenue's Property Valuation Division. It's the fifth year in a row that Knobloch's office received a 100%. The Kansas Property Valuation Department also reported the county's 2025 mid-year sales ratio. The county's ratio for residential sales comes in at 91.15%, and the commercial sales ratios are at 82.79%. These mid-year ratios are slightly higher than 2024 year-end ratios overall, bringing them closer to the 90 to 100% desired range. Junction City police say they've arrested a suspect in connection with a string of recent tire slashings. Officers on Monday morning spotted 30-year-old William Taylor and say that he ran when they tried to make contact. After a brief chase, police say Taylor was taken into custody without incident. He's held at the Geary County Corrections Center on 10 counts of damage to property and burglary, tied to reports of tire slashings in the 200 to 400 blocks of West 5th and West 6th Streets and other nearby areas. Police say that investigation is ongoing. A local firefighter is pushing back after the city of Riley last week reached consensus to consolidate its fire department with Riley County. Kevin Bellamy told the Riley County Commission on Monday that the proposal is not a simple administrative shift, but rather a dismantling of a 103-year institution woven into the city's history.
Our city fire department is more than a provider of emergency services. It is a cornerstone of our community's identity, a symbol of self-reliance as a city, and a source of immense civic pride.
City officials approached Riley County in August about a possible merger of operations after what Mayor Darcy Potriff described as challenges to recruitment of volunteer firefighters. But there, Bellamy raised concerns over how response times could potentially be affected.
We have no guarantee, none whatsoever, that response times within the city limits will not increase as personnel and equipment are potentially redirected to other parts of the county. We risk sacrificing a service tailored to our specific urban needs for the one-size-fits-all model that may or may not, in fact, fit us all.
Riley County Fire Chief Russell Stuckey says merging would cut dispatch delays and improve response times. City and county leaders are still in discussions with no timeline yet for an agreement.
Recently, we asked some people about sharing their New York Times accounts.
My name is Dana. I am a subscriber to the New York Times, but my husband isn't. And it would be really nice to be able to share a recipe or an article or compete with him in Wordle or Connections. Thank you.
Dana, we heard you. Introducing the New York Times Family Subscription. One subscription, up to 4 separate logins for anyone in your life. Find out more at nytimes.com/family.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign? No 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight?
Aha!
Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. Despite a strong push early in the second half, K-State's woes continued Friday night as they suffered a 23-17 loss to Arizona in Tucson.
We did not win the line of scrimmage today, and that was the biggest thing that I saw. Didn't play good enough in the first half and kind of hung around, then made some plays in the second half to get the thing tied and see some life and some resolve. But then same thing, we can't get off the field on defense and we can't sustain any drives on offense.
Chris Kleiman's K-State squad heads into an off week with a 1-3 mark, the worst start since 1989. Bill Snyder's first year in Manhattan. The Cats will host UCF at home on the 27th. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley led the Philadelphia Eagles past the Chiefs yesterday at Arrowhead 20-17 in a Super Bowl rematch. The two each had touchdown runs, while Andrew Makuba's fourth quarter interception of Patrick Mahomes helped to deliver the win. Philadelphia has now won 7 straight and moved to 17-1 over the past 18. The Chiefs are 0-2 for the first time since 2014, the last time they failed to make the playoffs. Salvador Perez homered for the third time in 2 games. The Royals salvaging the final game of their series in Philadelphia, 10-3. Kansas City will host Seattle starting in a series tomorrow night, one that will likely determine Kansas City's postseason. They begin today sitting 6 back of the Astros for the final AL wildcard slot. Have a good day. I'm Troy Coverdale.